Magandang araw mga kapuso at kapamilya! Panahon na naman ang kasiyahan dito sa Masayang Tahanan.
Magandang araw sa lahat ng ating mga ka-family. Ito po ang inyong Masayang Tahanan at ako ang inyong kumare forever, Maloy Malibiran sa Lumpides. Ako'y natutuwa na tayo ay sama-sama uli dito sa program na hatid sa inyo ng Back to the Bible Philippines at ng Far East Broadcasting Company. Meron lang tayong ilang mga gustong batiin bago po tayo magsimula sa ating kwentuhang pampamilya. Happy belated birthday sa akin pong kapatid na si Emariel Malibiran Lee, kay inaanak Heidi Sampang at kay Kuya Dan Andrew Cura na nag-celebrate ng kanilang mga birthdays ito pong week na ito. At syempre ang atin din pong pagbate sa Phoebias College of Bible na nagdiwang ng kanyang 75th anniversary. Nakapag-aral po ako sa Phoebias ng 1 taon, basic Bible course, and that was really a very wonderful investment of time and energy nung ako ay bata-bata pa. Napakarami kong natutunan, marami rin akong naging lifelong friends dyan po sa Phoebias. So congratulations sa Phoebias family sa pangunguna ni Dr. Tim Henner. Nako, isa pa sa aming pinagkaabalahan noong nakaraang linggo ay ang Manila International Book Fair. At natutuwa ako dahil nadagdagan ang aking mga kaibigan na writers. Isa na nga riyan ang atin pong kasama ngayon dito sa Masayang Tahanan. Siya po ay kasama ko na fellow writer doon sa award-winning book na This Season of Grief. At nag-launch din kami ng aming mga children's book na pinublish sa big book version. Maliliit na libro yun dati pero nag-decide ang OMF Literature na i-publish ng malakihang version para magamit sa community outreach, mga storytelling sessions, sa library, sa eskwelahan. So, eto po at nadagdagan ang aking mga kaibigang writers. Si Michelan Alagao, Michelan Sarile Alagao. Siya po ay fond of learning about people. Kaya, ang kanya pong kinuhang kurso sa kolehiyo ay Criminology and Psychology. Ang gandang kombinasyon, hindi ba? At nag-aral siya sa London Metropolitan University. At dahil mahilig din po siyang magsulat, she pursued a degree in creative writing sa De La Salle, Manila. Mitch is a wife, kahit na ang bata-bata ng itsura, siya po ay mayroon ng 2 anak. Very energetic sila, curious about the world and about life. Siya po ay nagtrabaho sa non-profit sector for almost a decade. At siya ay isang child rights advocate. At ginagamit niya yung kanyang kakayahan sa pagsusulat para maging boses din ng mga bata. Ang kanya pong hope sa pamamagitan ng libro na kanyang isinulat, yung kanyang kauna-unahang children's book, ay matutunan ng mga pamilya, ng mga magulang at ng mga bata kung papaano makakope doon sa kanilang mga emosyon, lalong-lalo na kapag sila'y nalulungkot. So yan yung pag-uusapan natin ngayong araw, kung papaano nagsulat si Mitch at kung ano yung laman ng kanyang isinulat na children's book. Ito po ang pamagat, The Sad Cat. The Sad Cat. Ganda, no? Ang ganda ng illustration at napakaganda din po ng istorya. Nabasa ko na. Very timely nga rin sa akin ngayon kasi paminsan-minsan ako'y nalulungkot. Eto po, kasama natin sa Masayang Tahanan. Welcome, Michelan Sarile Alagao. Hi, Mitch! Kamusta ka ngayon?
Okay naman po. Salamat, Ate Maloy. Hello po and magandang araw sa lahat ng listeners today. And I hope that you're having a okay day. Okay lang kahit hindi happy. Pwede rin naman sad.
Oo.
Pero ganun talaga.
Ganun talaga, no? Hindi naman tayo
Mm-mm.
palaging sunshine, hindi naman palaging
Yes.
nakasmile. Bahagi ng makulay na buhay ang pagkakaroon ng mga araw na tayo ay nalulungkot. Pero bago
Mm-mm.
natin pag-usapan yung Sad Cat na iyong libro, Mitch,
Yeah.
pag-usapan muna natin ang buhay nanay at saka ang buhay pamilya. How is
Mm-mm.
it raising up two children? Ilang taon na ba sila? Kwentuhan mo kami tungkol sa iyong mga anak.
Oo, I have a boy. Siya po yung aking panganay. He's 11. Hello, ZV. Baka nakikinig siya ngayon. And ang aking daughter, si Yancy, yun po yung mga ano nila, nicknames nila actually. She's 4, turning 5. So, yun po. Si Yancy, kaya yun po yung kanyang nickname is because one of my favorite authors, actually two, I have two favorite authors na parehong Yancy ang apelido. So,
Philippine
there's
Sea.
Philip Yancey, who is of course a Christian writer, and Rick Yancey, a young adult writer naman po. Mm.
Nakakatuwa naman. Etong pagsusulat, talagang ano yan, hilig mo na yan. Bata ka pa, mahilig ka na talagang gumawa ng mga istorya.
Actually, yes po, mahilig ako magsulat, pero hindi stories, poetry. So
Hmm.
talagang poetry po talaga yung kinagisnan ko, and eventually na lang later on in my ah di ko masabing career, parang nahiya naman ako. But later on in my writing journey, I started writing stories. But I really my beginnings were in poetry po.
Oo,
Mm.
magkasama tayo doon sa This Season of Grief na libro, hindi ba?
Yes po.
Isang tula ang isinulat mo doon sa This Season of
Ah,
Grief.
actually, hindi rin. Hindi rin, doon po sa The Season of Grief, ang sinulat ko naman po was an essay or more of like a personal essay about my experiences. Kasi po yung parang topic ko, kasi po, di ba yun sa This Season of Grief, it's like different types of grief, like the grief of losing a loved one, of losing your home, your job. Yun akin po is ambiguous grief. Yun parang hindi natin ma-explain kung bakit. Pero parang we have a feeling of loss and grief. And usually they use this type of grief to talk about, sabihin natin yung, pagka yun ano po, yung mga pamilya ng mga desaparecidos, like they don't know, diba? If their loved one is still alive or not, or has been taken, yun. Or like that grief that you feel like um over, let's say, a marriage that was broken in some way. So parang wala naman namatay pero may nawala. So
Mm-mm.
ganun po, or like for example miscarriage, things like that. So kaya po yun yung naging topic ko is over the pandemic, maraming things po nangyari sa akin, but one of the things that happened was I experienced postpartum hemorrhage. And
Mm.
so right after I gave birth, nagdugo po ako. Yun talagang, alam niyo yung parang sa mga movies. Akala ko nga sa
Mm.
mga movies lang nangyayari yun. Yung parang magigising ka tapos yung damit ng babae puno ng dugo. Tapos parang, ay, ganun, diba? Hindi pala, pwede pala mangyari in real life. And it can happen not just right when you give birth, because that's what we usually know, but like weeks after. So that's what happened to me po. And I wrote a bit about that experience.
Mm.
Mm-mm.
Ito yung pinanganak mo si Yancy. So
Oo.
pandemic baby pala si Yancy.
Yes, yeah. So she was born December 2019, and then nag-lockdown tayo, I believe, March 2020.
Mm.
Oo, so actually nga nung first time niyang makalabas and pumunta lang ng 7-Eleven, 7-Eleven lang sa kanto. Ang sabi niya agad, "Wow, supermarket." Kasi yun ang parang for her, 'di ba? Her world became very small.
Mm.
Mm-mm.
Ito yung mga bagay na ano, no, tayong malalaki na, yung ang tagal nating naranasan na hindi naman nag-lockdown. Ito yung mga bagay na, oo nga, ano, para pala doon sa mga ipinanganak sa panahon ng pandemya, iba talaga ang kanilang pananaw sa mundo dahil literal na na-shelter sila for
Yes.
several years, ano, tapos
Oo.
biglang lalabas sa mundo. So very timely itong pagkakasulat mo ng The Sad Cat. Marami ka ng
Yes.
mga libro na naisulat, tula, nag-contribute sa iba't ibang mga aklat. Pero this is the first time that you wrote a children's book. What prompted you to be a children's book writer?
I think really one of the things was definitely the pandemic. Even before the pandemic, I had been thinking about it. Hindi ko lang na nagagawa. But during the pandemic, of course, so naka-lockdown kami. I was with my son. And so we were doing some of the activities actually here. Yung
Mm-mm.
small copy ang meron ako. Thank you for getting the big book. But we were doing the strategies here. Whenever he was feeling, bored or sad, syempre, kasi he had experienced the world pre-pandemic eh. So he knew. Kasi mga ano siya nun, let's see, 2020, he was mga grade 2 siya nun. So, alam na niya yung feeling ng mga may friends, lalabas. So, we were able to do that. And then, so I thought, you know what? I think it would be nice to share this with other children kasi a lot of the strategies here, these are actually not mine. These are not new. These are really very universal strategies used throughout the world for minors or people who have experienced traumatic events. Ang pinagkaiba lang siguro ng pagkagawa ko is I did it in poetry form. So kaya po ano siya. If for anyone who will get a copy, it's in rhyming form kasi they're for young children para madaling ma-memorize. And it's also in English and Filipino para mas accessible din po siya. So yun po, so I wrote it and then I submitted it to ONFLIT. And hopefully, maraming mga bata na makikita and maraming mga parents din and caregivers. So yun, so that's one. And I think also it's time that we start addressing negative emotions in children. Hindi ko po alam kung na-experience niyo to growing up, Ate Maloy, pero ako kasi nung time ko, yung pagka yung umiiyak ka or malungkot, yung mga elders sinasabi, I mean, they don't mean it naman to be mean, but it's like nakasanayan lang, nasasabihin nila, hoy, shh, ka na umiyak, tama na yan. Okay lang yan. Diba ganun? The child or the children are not allowed to process their emotions in healthy ways. So, ang nangyayari is nakikingkin, nare-repress, and then eventually, as they get older, they're not really familiar with ways on how to express these negative emotions in a healthy manner. So, yun po yung parang naalala ko din. Lalo na over the pandemic, these were things I was thinking about kasi there was a lot of talk about how yun parang another side, apart from COVID-19, there's a quote-unquote hidden pandemic of mental health. And I think we can see that now, as we're slowly opening up, how the minors, children, young people who were really quarantined. Kasi remember, there was an age limit, di ba? Yung mga iba pa, hindi pwedeng lumabas kung walang pass. Remember those days? So, talagang, they, for more than a year, almost 2 years, if I'm not mistaken, they were very, very, like, detached from the outside world. They only had the screen to rely on. And so, it did take a toll on their mental health. On all of us, I believe, actually.
Totoo yan, ano. Ngayon nga nakikita natin yung epekto kasi hindi naman lahat ng families ay equipped para i-process ang mga emotions ng family members, hindi ba? Gaya
Correct.
nga nung sinabi mo, na naranasan ko yan nung growing up, parang napakalaking kasalanan kapag umiiyak, no? Parang kahinaan yung pag-iyak. Kaya marami sa generation namin hindi na-encourage talaga na ilabas yung kanilang mga totoong nararamdaman. And syempre, kapag ganun yung pinaglakhan mo na generation, natural, pag pinalaki mo yung mga anak mo,
Yes.
pagkatapos hindi naman tayo mga psychologist, hindi naman nag-aaral,
Mm-mm.
ganun din yung maipapasa natin. So, very helpful na merong ganitong resource tungkol sa pag-cope sa ating sadness, sa ating mga negative emotions. Basahan mo naman kami ng konti, pasilip lang, patikim dito sa children's book mo na The Sad Cat.
Mm-mm. Ayan, ito po. So, I'll read from the ending na po.
Mm-mm.
Hindi siya kita. Pero don't worry kasi it's called the sad cat. But at the end of it, the cat isn't sad anymore. And so that's my hope for all the children who would read it. Basahin ko po yung Tagalog or Filipino version. At nang sumapit ang gabi, sa kaibigan siya'y nagkwento at tumabi. Bago matulog, sa Diyos na nalangin, na ang mga takot kanyang pawiin. Minsan may saya, minsan may pighati. Ngunit kalungkutan ay hindi mamamalagi. Ang malulungkot na araw ay lilipas din, at ang masasayang oras ay babalik sa atin.
Ang ganda naman, nakakatuwa. So yung English at saka yung Tagalog, parehong rhyming, pareho yung patula
Yes po.
ang pagkukwento. Alam mo, binasa ko siya, kahit sa mga kaedad ko nag-aano siya, merong magandang epekto, no? Napakagandang mga paalala. Tapos malalim yung subject na pinag-uusapan pero sa kaparaanan na maaabot ng lahat. Bakit pusa ang iyong napili na character? Mahilig ka ba sa pusa?
Yes, mahilig po talaga ako sa pusa actually. Right now, 3 yung pusa namin sa bahay.
Anong
So,
pangalan nila?
Si Snooki, kasi naku, matatawa kayo sa reference ko. Actually, yung asawa ko to. Snooki kasi itim siya. Kasi blusang
Oh.
itim.
So, Snooki Serna.
Snooki Serna, oo. So, hindi ko alam kung yung mga listener alam pang ang ating reference. So, yun. And then, yun isa, siya, si Pandy. Kasi black and white siya, parang panda. And then, yung
Panda.
isa naman, Tres. Kasi dun sa parang litter nila, siya yung pangatlo. At saka tricolored siya na pusa.
So, si Snooki, Pandy, at saka Stress.
Stress.
Stress tuloy.
Stress talaga. Stress. Pero mukha rin siyang stressed. Parang si Sad Cat. Ayan.
So, etong si Sandcat, sino ang model nito? Buhat ba sa 3 pusa ninyo? Ilan ba yung kulay
Oh,
ni
si Sad Cat,
Sad?
puti po siya eh. Pero
Pero merong gray,
oo, yung leaves po yan. Yung parang shadow of the
shadow
leaves.
pala.
Oo,
Shadow ng leaves.
yan.
Oo.
Ang nag-design po niyan yung illustrator, si Enid din. She did such a wonderful job. If she's
Oo.
listening right now, hi Enid.
Congratulations, Enid. Ang ganda-ganda ng work ninyo
Yeah,
ni
and
Mitch.
bagay po talaga sa Big Book because she's very well known for her detailed illustrations. Sobrang nakakatuwa. I'll share a bit lang po dahil wala dito si Ingrid. Pero if you look at the plants in the very like first page,
Oo. Pakita natin.
nag-research po siya dyan and yung mga
Ito.
nilagay niya na plants is yung mga droopy, yung mukhang sad. Like ito nga raw po is a weeping bell, ganun. So talagang nag-research siya. Tapos po,
Ang galing.
she wanted to, kasi po, what I did was tip, each healthy coping strategy is shared by the Sad Cat's friends na mga different animals. So, yung mga ano po niyan, ang purpose ko is actually, na-inspire po ko kay Margaret Wise Brown, the author of The Runaway Bunny and Goodnight Moon. Those are 2 of my favorite children's books. She always used very small animals kasi yun po yung madaling mga small common animals because yun yung nakikita ng mga bata like in their garden or yung mga toys nila. So yung mga nandito makikita niyo po butterfly, ibon, bunny, puppy, mga ganun. And I didn't tell Enid this na, how to design the animal. Syempre, that's her prerogative, di ba? But I love how she was able to make each animal inclusive. So kung makikita niyo po, yung turtle is matanda na, yung puppy is bata pa, yung bird mukhang tito, naka-jersey pa. May kilala kayong titong ganyan, di ba? Yung kumakanta ng videoke na naka-jersey. Ayan. Tapos yung spider, si Tita Ballroom Dancing Spider. Ayan po. Ayan siya. Meron siyang if you count her arms, kulang siya ng isa. So actually, PWD siya, pero nagbo-ballroom dancing.
Oh,
Oh, di
oo
ba?
nga, putol yung isa niyang
Mm-mm.
yung isa
Yeah.
bar. Ang galing.
Oo. So talagang si Enid is she was able to capture really the heart of it, which I wanted, for it to be inclusive, and for it really to show that not just the different strategies, but the different animals, and also to be like relatable to little kids. And
Oo.
even yung mga parents caregiver, pag nakita nila, uy, parang kilala ko tong character na to.
Nandun siya,
Oo.
makaka-relate siya doon sa kahit isa sa characters doon sa
Mm.
story mo. So,
Yeah.
coping strategies for grief and for sadness. Pwede bang i-discuss natin ilan yung mga coping strategies na isinulat mo dito sa libro na to?
So there are eight. There are
Mm,
eight different types of things that one can do whenever you're experiencing sadness or negative emotions. And of
mm,
course, iba-ibang strategies for different people. Sometimes these strategies will work, sometimes they don't. You just
mm,
have to find something that matches you for that particular moment. But very briefly, the eight strategies are, especially for children, one, engaging in play. Play
mm,
is actually very therapeutic. There's even play therapy,
mm,
which is very very helpful. Singing and listening to relaxing music. So
mm.
yun din, music therapy din po. Pero hindi po to therapy but I'm sharing lang na these things are actually like, have been the basis for different types of therapy. Kasi very soothing nga po. And then of course, allowing the child to cry, not telling them na huwag kang umiyak. Ganyan. Parang let them cry. It's okay. Also, there's physical activity like dancing or yung mga medyo physical na games,
Mm.
takbuhan. Nakakatulong din po kasi yung, di ba, sabi nga ni Bessel van der Kolk, the body keeps the score. So, your distress, your sadness isn't just in your mind. It really courses through your body. And so, if you want to be able to work through it, all the parts of your body, can be activated for that.
Tsaka kapag gumalaw tayo, 'di ba, it releases happy hormones, no?
Yes,
So,
yeah, mga
maganda yung
exercise, 'di ba?
exercise.
Running.
Ito sa book
Totoo.
mo, ballroom dancing, hindi ba?
Oo.
Nakakatuwa nga ngayon kasi ang daming mga nahihilig gumawa ng reels tapos sumasayaw sila sa mga
Yes, sa
reels, di
TikTok.
ba?
Oo.
Kahit hindi magaling sumayaw, yun lang
Okay
mapagtawanan
lang.
natin ang sarili natin. Ang
Mm-mm.
laking na yon ha, ang laking tulong para
Totoo.
maibsan yung lungkot.
Yeah, it's true. And also, of course, different creative pursuits like yung mga drawing, coloring, yung mga ganon. Yun din.
Writing, di ba?
Writing, yeah, definitely journaling. Hindi kasama yung journaling dito kasi pang younger children to, so
Oo.
baka they're just learning how to write. But definitely journaling is really helpful. Of course, taking a nap. Minsan, 'di ba, parang konting tulog lang and then you feel a bit better after. Also of course, I think the top two would be talking to a person that they trust, like of course a parent or their primary caregiver, and praying. So it would be a good habit to teach young children even as early as like 3 or 4 to pray, and so that they know that there's a God that who is listening to them. Mm-mm.
Mitch, maraming mga magulang, lalo na dun sa generation namin, parang ang aming default mode kapag nag-open up ang mga anak, gusto ng mga magulang, isolve natin yung problema nila para hindi sila mahihirapan, hindi ba? Kaya lang
Mm.
there are some questions na talagang ang hirap sagutin o wala talagang sagot na kahit yung magulang, hindi niya kayang sagutin yung mga tanong. Ano ang
Yes.
pwedeng gawin kapag na-encounter natin, malungkot ang anak natin, merong ganitong concern, ganitong question, pero
Mm-mm.
clueless din yung magulang kung ano talaga yung sagot doon.
Mm. Ako rin po, kahit na yun, minsan clueless pa rin ako. Um, Sometimes, truth be told, sometimes the answers are just not there yet. I like what there's this poet, si R.M. Rilke, Rainier Maria Rilke said, na parang, about the questions being there. There will always be questions in life, and really our task is to live our way towards the answer. And I think that that is something that maybe we need to think about and reflect on more. Na parang minsan, lalo na in the case of sadness, sometimes we're sad for a specific reason. Sometimes, you just wake up, medyo mabigat yung puso mo, di ba? And then you don't know why. Maybe later on the day, you'll find out why. Kasi hindi pala ako natulog na maayos. There's a practical reason. But sometimes there really isn't. And so I think we just need to listen and remind the people we love that we're there for them. But having said that, if you sense, like as a parent or primary caregiver, you sense na yung sadness ng anak mo or the child that you are caring for, hindi na po siya parang in your estimation of the child kasi lagi niyo pong kasama. You know what's normal and not. If you feel na hindi na normal, masyado ng frequent, and you suspect that it's actually depression or anxiety, then it's best talaga to consult a professional. So talagang, wag po tayo matakot. Minsan, na, may mga lalo na, again, the older generation, not that I'm saying, I'm putting them on the spot or shaming them, but it's just yung mga kinalakihan na parang you only go to a psychologist or a counselor or a mental health professional pagka, quote unquote, there's something wrong with you na, you're insane, mga ganon. Hindi naman po. Parang ano rin po yan. Kung tayo may nararamdaman, konti lang, minsan doktor na, di ba? Punta tayo ng GP, ganon. And then he can tell us, ganito lang yan, you're fine. I think it's the same when you talk to a mental health professional. Di ba? Doesn't mean naman na dapat, may stigma sa ganon. Hindi. And it's good na from a young age, you can already make it like a habit with your child. Kasi po, ang depression or things like that can happen to children din.
Yes.
And lalo na, over the pandemic, as we have seen, there have been an increase in cases. I don't know the statistics, but just anecdotally, kasi po, based on my experience, I currently am part of Abotala Learning Center. I'm a board member. But I was a full-time mentor throughout the pandemic. And a lot of the young people that we were serving, ages 12 to 22, they were experiencing either depression. They were diagnosed with depression, anxiety, because now the pandemic, because of how their life had changed. So talagang, yung mga iba sinasabi, hindi, mga bata, maarte na lang sila na yun, maraming mga ganyan-ganyan. Hindi po totoo yun. Hindi lang kasi natin alam what it was called before. And now kasi we have the language for it. We know what the terms are. And of course, this is the very first time in the history of our world na we had a global pandemic, na this scale and with this type of response, diba? And so, of course, it did really affect mental health in a very large scale.
Mitch, pag-uusapan pa natin itong sad cat, and coping with sadness in the family, helping our children to have healthier emotional life, no? Pag-uusapan natin yan. Pero, gagawin muna natin ang isa sa mga tips mo. Kung ikaw ay nalulungkot, listen to music, kumanta ka, hindi ba? Eto po, I hope that this song from Papuri Music will encourage you today. At ang ministry ng Papuri ay malapit na ring magdiwang ng kanyang anniversary. Antabayanan niyo po ang magiging anniversary concert ng ating pong mga kapapuri. In the meantime, let's listen to this song.
Kung anong kahulugan sa akin man di walang kabuluhan. Ngayon ang musikang hatid nagmumula sa puso ko, itong ako, kaya't awitin ko'y sa'yo.
Kahit saang panahon ng buhay mo, di magbabago ang pag-ibig ko sa'yo. At sa bawat oras at araw, tangan ko sa palad ay ikaw. Di ka na sa akin ay maagaw. Kung minsan sa isip mo'y iniwan ka, na nag-iisa sa buhay mo't walang kasama sa lahat ng sandali. Kahit sa pighati, ako ay naroon sa iyong tabi.
Mga ibigan tayo sa isa't isa, sapagkat ang pag-ibig ay sa Diyos. At ang bawat umiibig ay sa Diyos, at nakakikilala kay Jesus.
Nag-ibigan tayo sa isa't isa, sapagkat ang pag-ibig ay sa Diyos. At ang bawat umiibig ay sa Diyos, at nakakikilala kay Jesus. Sa puso mo mananahang tunay na kayamanan, hinihintay lamang niya kung siya'y iyong pagbubuksan. Tanging kay Jesus mo matatagpuan tunay na yaman magpakailanman. Tunay na yaman magpakailanman. Sa pagmamahal ng Diyos, sino ang makahihigit? Mayroon ka bang nababatid? Bugtong na anak, hindi niya ipinagkait. Nanaos sa mundo, nagdusa, dumanas ng libong sakit. Oh, oh, oh. Purihin ka sa dakilang pagmamahal mo. Kahit bayaran ka, hindi sapat ito upang ibalik ang dugong itinigis ng iyong anak para sa akin.
Kaya ako'y umaawit ng papuri sa iyo, at ako'y sumasamba. O Jesus, dakila ka at inaalay ko sa'yo, Panginoon ng buhay ko. Ngayon magpakailan pa man. Nariyan ka, bagamat nagkukulang ako. Nariyan ka sa sangandaang kinapapatiran ko kailanman. O Diyos, pag-ibig mo kaluluwa'y ligtas dahil sa'yo. Kailanman buhay man iyong inilaan, nang ako'y maligtas sa aking kapahamakan. Dakila Jesus, si Jesus, tanging daan.
Nagbabalik tayo sa ating masayang tahanan at kasama po natin ngayon isang writer. Siya din po ay editor at ngayon ay children's book writer na. Ang kanyang pinakahuling aklat na isinulat o pinakabagong aklat na isinulat niya, nilaunch po ito sa MIBF, ay ang The Sad Cat. Merong small version at meron din pong book version. Kung kayo ay teacher o kaya naman you're doing community outreach, perfect po yung big book version. Mitch, baka meron kang mga gustong batiin na mga friends, family, mga colleagues na nakikinig at nanonood sa atin ngayon sa Masayang Tahanan.
Yes po, syempre I want to say hi to my son, si ZV. Hello ZV, anak, kamusta na? Sabihin ko sa kanya kasi makinig siya. So, dapat makinig yun. Good boy naman yun. And I'd like to say hello to my family, to my husband Joel, and to my mom. Ayun po, listener po yun ng DZAS. So, hi mama, kamusta na? And,
Anong pangalan ni Mama?
Maurice.
Hello, Tita Maurice. Yan.
Natutuwa yun. And hello rin sa mga taga-Abotala, to the Abotala community. I'm a board member there. And to the CWF, Christian Writers Fellowship. Hello to everyone who is a part of that. We have some nice announcements incoming. Dami ko nang binati, di ba? So yun po.
Nako, nakakatuwa, ano. Alam mo, napakalaki ng role ng mga writers din para matulungan ang mga tao na merong mga pinagdaraanan. Hindi lingid sa kaalaman ng ating mga ka-family dito, no? Maging sa family namin, we are facing some health challenges. At ang unang hinahanap talaga, ano ba yung pwede kong mabasa tungkol dito para matulungan ako, hindi ba? So, yung ginagawa ninyo, Mitch, napakalaking bagay natin pala, no? Napakalaking tulong para sa mga pamilya. So, pag-usapan natin pa itong The Sad Cat. Yung proseso ng pagsusulat, yan. You have been writing all your life at very first nga itong The Sad Cat. May kaibahan ba yung pagsusulat sa bata, para sa bata, at pagsusulat para sa older audience, adult audience?
Yes, so for syempre for children, I really had to, I feel, go back to really just the basics of language, but at the same time, not losing the musicality of it. And sanay na po kasi ako when writing poetry na hindi yun kailangan rhyming, di ba? Kasi hindi na ganun na yun ang poetry eh. It's a free verse. So, but for this particular book, because I knew that this would be for young children, and specifically for those who were 3 years old and above. So I had to go back to rhyming scheme, and so I read a lot of children's books, and I tested it. Nag-testing ako sa anak ko. Sabi ko, anak, can you listen? Kamusta naman? Okay lang, mama. Ganun lang naman yan eh. Okay lang, mama. Pero naniwala ako sa kanya. So, na okay lang talaga. And for the Filipino, because there is a Filipino translation, dun po ako nahirapan actually, because if you look at the English one, the words are very simple everyday language. But I found for Filipino, it came across, I think, as more poetic because, Filipino is such a beautiful language. But then the lines became longer. And yun parang the everydayness of it, like the everyday words, like for example, sadness here is translated as lungkot, kalungkutan. So medyo napahaba, di ba? There are more syllables. So I really had to pay attention to the syllabication and the tone. So yun po. Whereas if you're writing for adults, parang I feel, syempre, you're assuming na mas malawak na yung vocabulary ng adult. So you have more words to choose from to help you share your intended meaning.
Merong misconception na mas madali magsulat para sa mga bata. kasi bata sila.
No.
Ano masasabi mo dito, Mitch?
Oh my goodness, no. No, no, no. It's actually harder to write for children. And um, because again, you need to use simple language to convey deep truths.
Mm-mm.
Diba? So you can't be pretentious about it. You
Mm-mm.
have to, meet the child where the child is at. Tapos, ang mga bata pa naman, napaka-honest nila. So if they don't like it, they'll tell you then. And they'll be like, so one time, naalala ko, nag-storytelling ako. So, in-introduce ko si Sad Cat. There was this little girl, maybe she was around 5. Tinanong niya ako, so why is the cat sad? So, tinanong ko rin siya, why do you think the cat is sad? Sabi niya, I don't know. That's why I'm asking you. Why is the cat sad? So, talagang very siya. Parang, kailangan ko na malaman. Yun na. Sabi ko, wait
Mm-mm.
lang, magbasa muna tayo. Um, so yun, so adult readers, ano pa yan, mas medyo, isipin pa niya, ganito, you'd have pa a conversation.
Mm-mm.
So yeah, it can be very, challenging but
Challenging, ano?
fun.
Oo. Challenging but fun. But it's really a joy to write for children kasi kalalakhan nila yan eh. Nakakatuwa nga
Yes,
nung
oo.
MIBF, hindi ba? Nung Manila International
Oo.
Book Fair, lalo na yung ang tagal nang nagsusulat ng mga children's book, sila
Mm-mm.
Tita Grace Chong, Tito Doc
Sina
Luis
Tito Doc.
Gatoyuan,
Oo,
di ba?
grabe. Yan yun, mga peg ko.
Di ba,
Kailangan
no?
ko.
Mga ano talaga
Oo.
yan, anong haligi ng pagsusulat.
Yeah, yung mga tipong parang, wow, yung bata. Di ba, mga bata-bata
Di
pa
ba?
tayo. You see their books and now you see them. Parang, that was such an honor, by the way, Ate Maloy, to just share the table with all of you.
Yes,
You
yes.
know, kasi it's like, I've been hearing your voice throughout the years and then now you're there. You're there. Nahawakan na kita. Nabeso na kita. Tapos
Di
si
ba si
Tito
Tito
Doc,
Doc at
tsaka
saka si
si Ate
Tita Grace?
Grace. Yeah,
Grabe.
imagine. Yan, hawak mo lang yung book nila nung bata ka. And then, natatawa nga ako sa sinabi ni Tito Doc noon na parang, nagugulat yung mga iba na, oh, you're alive. Because, in their heads, only, all authors are dead. They passed away years ago. But yeah, they're still there. They're still here. They're still writing for children. Such admirable passion and,
Mm.
creativity. Gusto ko
Mm.
sila.
Kaya yung may mga dream ha, yung may mga desire na makapagsulat ng libro, librong pambata o kahit anong libro ito, i-pursue nyo po ang passion na yan. Kasi nga,
Mm-mm.
long-lasting ang epekto at ang influence ng libro. Nakakatuwa nung MIBF kasi yung mga dating mga bata, ngayon nagtatrabaho na, ngayon may mga isinulat na rin sila. Tapos sabi ko
Mm-mm.
nga kay Tito Doc at saka kay Tita Grace Chong, naku po, yung makasama kayo dito sa lamesang ito, sobrang privilege dahil
Yes.
naalala
Yeah.
ko yung mga panahon, bumibili ako ng mga children's book para sa aking mga anak at
Mm-mm.
pumipila ako para magpapirma sa kanila. Tapos ngayon
Exactly.
talagang very generous po sila. Very generous na magbigay ng kanilang mga tips, ng mga
Mm.
payo. Tapos very encouraging din yan, mga yan. Talagang ipapakilala ka sa mga
Mm.
publishers, sa iba-ibang mga illustrators. So,
Yeah.
i-pursue nyo po yung passion na yan should you desire, kung meron kayong ganyang longing to be able to write a book. Ayan. Eh, bakit ka naman na-inspire, ano? Sumusulat ka ng mga tula, nakasulat ka na ng ibang mga libro. Ano yung dahilan ba't nag-shift ka sa mga bata ngayon, Mitch?
Oh, I really do feel na parang the children are our future. Teach them well and let them lead the way. Grabe.
Kantahin mo na!
Oh,
Kantahin mo na!
ano, kami yung mga reference, mga reference ko lumalabas edad ko. Pero,
Dated, ano? Dated.
oo. Yeah, but it's really, I think, being a mother,
Mm.
having children of my own and really seeing them grow, was one of the inspirations of that. And really just looking back, as a writer, I was like thinking, ano nga ba yung mga libro na mga binasa-basa ko noon that, got me interested in writing and reading. And of course, one was poetry.
Mm.
I really have loved poetry since I was young child. Di ba super young? Mga grade school, mga ganun. And also, syempre, children's books. Kasi hindi naman tayo, 'di ba, pinapanganak na nagbabasa ng makakapal na paperback. So we all of us start with children's books, and
Mm-mm.
it's so important um to, start well and start right. And so I was thinking, gosh, as a of course as a mother and as a Christian, holding that light of faith that we have, parang I feel that, it's really important to be writing for the least of days, diba? Quote
Mm.
unquote.
Mm.
Mm.
Let the little children come, sabi ni Jesus. So,
Mm-mm.
dapat talaga meron ding mga libro na isinusulat para sa kanila so that they can
Mm.
experience and know the beautiful and amazing world that God created for
Exactly. Yes.
them, hindi ba?
Mm-mm.
It's really a joy to write for children. Tsaka nakakatuwa sila pag gusto nila yung libro mo, talagang gusto nila.
Oo.
Babasahin at babasahin at
Mm.
babasahin hanggang ang isang joy nga po ng writer, pag nakita na yung libro, yung ano na, yung
Yung
parang
sira-sira na, kasi alam mo, binasa talaga.
pinasa talaga nila.
Oo, yung may highlight, yung mga ano,
Oo.
yung mga page.
Tapos yung parang
Oo.
kaibigan na nila yung character sa libro mo.
Oo.
Alam mo, Mitch, ngayon, ang lalaki na ng mga anak ko 22 at saka 17. Pero bumibili pa rin ako ng children's book kasi nai-enjoy ko magbasa ng children's book. Mm-mm.
True. Oh. Ako rin, yung mga children's books for my kids. Ako muna yung nagbabasa. Bago ko ibigay, babasahin ko muna. That's nice. Ayan. Tapos sila na.
Oo. Paano
Mm-mm.
naman, paano i-encourage ng mga magulang yung love of reading, love for books, no, sa kanilang mga anak? Ikaw, Mitch, ano yung ginagawa mo to expose your children to books?
Ako personally, because I am such a reader, I'm such a wide reader. I really just love reading. So I just read. And nakikita, kasi diba, the children, practice by what they see, diba? So
Mm-mm.
we need to
Mm-mm.
demonstrate that. So they see me reading, and then they're like, oh, what you reading? Yung son ko, what you reading, mama? And I read to them. I would read a book, like say, you want me to read this with you, or I'll read it for you. So yun, those two things, your own personal reading, don't hide it. Show them
Mm.
that you're reading, like mama's reading. And then sometimes I say, can you give me 30 minutes? Don't disturb me muna kasi I want to read my book. So they'll be like, okay. So they know that reading time is precious and that you can spend this much time on it. And then also reading to them as they grow up. Really, just para nasasanay din sila, diba? Even if hindi pa nila naiintindihan, they're just looking at the pictures, okay lang. Kasi eventually, they'll get into that habit din.
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
Yung mga anak mo, do you allow them to use gadgets already?
Yes, I do. Well, not the younger one yet. Kasi four pa lang siya. Although nanonood siya ng TV, pero wala siyang tablet or phone. And then my son, because he also needs it for school, he has a tablet. Pero may timer po siya. Like parang there are specific, like you can only use it for this amount of hours
Mm.
per day. And then after that, wala na. So, tinatakal niya kasi he can, if he knows na this is just the amount of hours I have. And then, at a certain time, kasi yung bago matulog, kasi nga, they say, di ba, with the blue light, it
Mm.
affects then your sleeping pattern. So, at around mga 9 p.m., mga ganun 9,
Mm.
wala nang gadget. So, actually, what he ends up doing is playing Lego or reading. So, he'll
Mm.
do that for like an hour or so before he goes to bed. So, at
Mm.
least, hindi siya, yung na-affect sa gadget na mga ano pang light yun. Sa yung mga
Blue light,
sinasabi
yung blue
yun,
light,
yung blue
ano?
light. Mm-mm.
Oo. So, pwedeng i-regulate.
Yeah,
Hindi kasi realistic yung sasabihin, oy, bawal yan ha, walang ganyan,
oo.
walang gadget.
Yeah,
Pero
no,
i-regulate
hindi
at
ako ganun.
i-limit, no? I-limit yung usage nila ng
Yeah.
gadget.
Although
Mm-mm.
I understand some parents talaga, they're very limit and for their reason, diba? Kasi
Mm-mm.
it's our family and we also can decide naman yung may freedom na if you feel na hindi talaga pwede, then no, that's fine. Pero for me, I think that's okay naman. We're okay with gadgets. Lalo
Mm-mm.
na we use it a lot for work. My husband is in post-production. And so
Mm.
he's, in front of a computer screen all day. Ako, I always in a computer screen, ganyan. So, syempre, again, children, practice what they see. Tatanungin ako nun,
Mm.
Mama, bakit ikaw? Buong araw, nasa computer screen ka, tapos ako, hindi
Computer.
pwede. What?
Oo.
Diba? So, syempre, I'm like, oo nga naman. So, basta, ano naman yan eh, you can sense as a parent, diba? Kung ano yung kaya
Mm.
nung anak mo, how much freedom, to give them and when to step in.
Right. At saka, kung meron tayo halimbawang i-regulate o kaya ipagbabawal, dapat meron kang ibabalik na healthy na habit. At yun nga yung
Yes.
aming suggestion sa inyo, kung babawasan ninyo ang kanilang gadget time, bigyan nyo ng mga libro na babasahin, laruan na kanilang paglilibangan.
Oo.
Kasi kung wala silang gagawin, baka saan masasayang yung kanilang oras at yung kanilang energy. So,
Yes,
part
oo.
yan ng ating responsibility bilang parents. Mitch, anyayahan mo ang ating mga viewers at listeners ngayon ng Masayang Tahanan para gamitin itong iyong libro at also yung mga gustong magsulat, saan ba sila pwedeng magtanong, anong mga grupo ang pwedeng nilang salihan para mas mahasa pa yung kanilang pagsusulat.
Ayan. Sige po. So, sa lahat ng mga listeners ng Masayang Tahanan, thank you for tuning in today. I would encourage you to get a copy of The Sad Cat. Meron po tayong big book version. Ito po ay maganda para sa mga Sunday school, para sa mga library, para sa mga schools din po na may storytelling. Ay meron din po tayong, ayan po, yung small version naman for mga individuals, personal home, kung sa bahay lang po kayo. Maganda po to for children ages 3 and above. And pwede nyo pong gawin ng mga activities dito sa loob. By the way, for parents and caregivers, sa cover po, meron din po kayong mga guidelines naman. May small note dyan to help you din so that you will know what to do with the child. So very minimal naman po yung notes. It's really just, would be good to read it. Yan. Tapos sa mga aspiring writers or young writers, I would love to encourage you to search on Facebook and look for the Christian Writers Fellowship Facebook page and follow it. So yung page po kasi yung group, dati pa po yun, inaayos pa po namin. So just look for the page, yun po munang i-follow nyo, and wait for mga announcements. We have some things lined up for next year. Kasama po ako kasi sa board nun, and I am with a lot of other Christian writers. Si Jackie Franchelli, si Ina Reyes, si Joshine Bersales, Joanna Nicolas na, and si Pastor Manuel Dos Zabat. So kami po, right now, we are working on different things for all the writers. Share ko lang a bit, our next talk, meron po kami mga face-to-face talks na ginaganap sa office ng OMF Literature. Yung bookshop po sa May Boni. The next one will be with Nelson D. So, isa rin pong kilalang Christian writer. Abangan niyo po yon. Follow the page for the exact date and time. And for this December, we will be releasing an e-zine. Isa pong maliit na electronic magazine, e-zine, with some tips for different young writers or like whatever medium you're writing in. And these tips are from actual local Christian writers as well.
Wow, exciting yan ha. Merong maagang pamasko ang Christian Writers Fellowship para sa ating lahat. So i-follow po natin ang Facebook page ng CWF. Mitch, maraming salamat. Allow me to pray for you and our listeners bago tayo magpaalam ngayon. Panginoon, kami ay nagpapasalamat dahil marami po kayong ibinigay na kakayahan at karanasan kay Mitch to come up with a very timely and relevant book for children, The Sad Cat. Marami ang nalulungkot, pero maraming salamat dahil may mga kaparaanan para yung lungkot namin, Panginoon, ay ma-handle namin sa healthy na pamamaraan. Father, we pray for Mitch that you would continue, Lord God, to use her to write more books for children, more poetry for older readers, Panginoon, Dalangin namin na siya ay gagamitin mo to make a very good impact, Lord God, in the lives of families. Bless her as she raises children who love you, children who are curious about the world and about life. Bless her and her husband, Lord God, in establishing a Christ-centered family. At pinapanalangin namin ang aming pong mga listeners ngayon, maaaring merong nakikinig ngayon at sila ay nalulungkot, hindi nila naiintindihan bakit ganun ang kanilang nararamdaman. Dalangin po namin, Panginoon, that you would comfort them, encourage them, and lead them, Lord God. Send people who would be their burden bearers right now. Salamat, Panginoon, because you are close to the brokenhearted. And the time of being sad, the time of grieving, Lord God, it will pass. You will turn our grief to gladness at your right time, Panginoon. Maraming salamat po. I-bless niyo po ang mga viewers at ang mga listeners ng Masayang Tahanan ngayon. Sa pangalan ni Jesus, Amen. Mitch, thank you ha. Maraming salamat at natuloy itong ating kwentuhan ngayon.
Yes, so happy to be here.
Nakasama nga po natin dito sa Masayang Tahanan si Michelan Sarile Alagao, ang author po ng The Sad Cat at iba pang mga aklat na makatutulong po sa atin so that we will become healthier individuals, healthier in managing our emotions, healthier in expressing the different feelings that God has allowed us to experience and go through. Maraming salamat sa lahat ng ating mga viewers at listeners, kay Precious Grospe Cruz na ating production assistant, sa atin pong mga technician sa studio at sa Bukawi Transmitter site. Thank you very much. Ang Masayang Tahanan ay hatid nga po sa inyo ng Back to the Bible Philippines. Ako ang inyong kumare forever, Maloy Malibiran sa Lumbides. Palaging nagpapaalala, ang Masayang Tahanan, sama-sama nating pagsumikapan. God bless our families.
Oras na naman ng pagpapaalam, kaibigan. Kung nais mong magkaroon ng kopya ng ating programa, tumawag lamang sa 371-9489. At kung nakatulong sa iyo at sa iyong pamilya ang Masayang Tahanan, magparamdam ka naman, kapatid! Sumulat ka sa Masayang Tahanan, P.O. Box 1750 Manila. Pwede ka rin magpadala ng email sa broadcast@backtothebible.org.ph. Hihintayin ka namin uli, kaibigan, sa araw ng Sabado. At sama-sama na naman tayong mag-aaral, mananalangin at magkakasayahan dito sa Masayang Tahanan.